Hi everybody, welcome to the Hermit's Moon. My name is Renee, this is my channel, and I use tarot and oracle cards to show us where we need to focus every day. If that sounds interesting to you, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button, and I'd love for you also to like this video and comment so that we can interact, get to know each other. That helps the algorithm of my channel, and I would just really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started today. We have another winged animal for our focus card, and today it's Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. I feel like you're taking the blinders off and you're starting to look at yourself and see how you are getting in your own way, where of the goal that you're trying to reach, of the life that you're trying to create, or maybe it's about a certain relationship or a particular problem that you've been dealing with in your life. But your vision is getting better today. You're going to have that epiphany that's going to help you figure out a plan and figure out a new way of doing things. So I hope this happens before a crisis comes along, because there's some cards here that make me feel like something's coming. And I hate to preach fear or negativity here, but sometimes we have to deal with it and we have to look at the cards that were dealt. And some of the cards today are showing some yucky stuff we might have to deal with. So be open to your intuition, to the guidance that it gives you with Owl Spirit here. Think about owls. They are night creatures, but they see clearly. So they've got really great vision, and that's what we need to pay attention today. Those little light bulb moments that are going to come your way. It's going to help you to understand what your next steps need to be. All right, let's look at our tarot cards. We have a lot of Leo energy on the table with these cards, guys. First of all, the Strength card is the major arcana Leo archetype. We have the Queen of Wands reversed, more fire energy. That's for Aries when I read. And then we have another Leo card, King of Wands. Now, this could be an important message for a Leo sun, moon, or rising. It could also be just an indication of telling you that you need to grasp that Leo energy. Try to cultivate it in your life, because Leos are very good about being proactive, about shining a light on their strengths, and about being a good leader. So let's figure out what we need to do in order to make those things happen. We also, I was going to say this card for last, but the sun is the ruling planet for Leo. So there's just a lot of that energy here, and we need to explore what that means for us today. Okay, let's look at the Strength card reversed. These are fears, and I feel like maybe someone has been putting the blinders on because they don't want to face something about themselves, especially with the Strength card reversed and this Queen of Wands reversed. When she's reversed like this, she's, Aries, Leo represents, I'm sorry, let me start this over. Okay, this card, like I said, is Aries energy for me. And Aries represents the first house in our birth chart. The first house is about the self. So when it comes and shows up in reversed, to me, that means maybe somebody's been being a little bit narcissistic. They've been putting themselves above people around them. It's okay to practice self-care and think about your own needs, but it's also important for you to not be overly concerned with you. When it's reversed, it has reached the point of narcissism or being selfish and just not looking at the big picture around you. Maybe you have some fears of failure, of people abandoning you, of not getting the credit that you deserve. But there's a lot of fear here and some warning cards about that. We'll get into those in a minute. But I want you to also notice how, look, it's almost like we have the fire energy, we have the feminine and the masculine here. There has to be a balance in how we look at ourselves and how we put ourselves in the place of importance in our world. Have you been having the woe is me's where you're just so maybe just engrossed in how bad things are for you that you're missing the point of what you're supposed to be doing. You know, there's just a lot of energy here that tells me maybe a couple is off balance. You know, we have the Queen and the King here, and I feel like there's conflict. So what are you bringing to the conflict? How are you contributing to that? This might be your epiphany to help you see clearly, to make that relationship a little bit better. Maybe you're not giving enough in the relationship. I just feel like there's a message for a couple here, because when you have these two energies, when the Queen and the King of any suit show up together, that to me gives couple vibes, and it tells a lot about what's going on here. You can absolutely turn this around. The King of Wands is a wonderful leader. It's about taking charge and redirecting your energy on a path that's going to make things be more successful. So think about how that energy might help you see things more clearly. Because if you can do this, whatever it is you're trying to set out to accomplish today, you're going to be successful at it. You have very successful cards with this trio here. And we'll get to this card in a minute. You know, I always like to read the T cards last. But it's also about you acknowledging that you're seeing the big picture and that you're doing your part to work towards success for that picture, whatever that means for you. All right, let's look at all of our T cards now. We have the Gavel, involvement with the law. This is absolutely a warning card. I feel like somebody is on the path to really bring some negative attention to yourselves. Whenever this card shows up, I always try to, you know, put it in every perspective that it can be. Watch your speed. You don't want to get a traffic ticket, first of all. For some of you, it could be a court case. For some of you, you could be possibly going through a divorce here, especially with this male-female energy showing up. Or if you don't take this as your sign, you could possibly be heading towards divorce with this. This is whatever's going on in this energy with this King and Queen. It is not going to end well if you don't start paying attention to the big picture. So that's your warning sign. Okay, we have depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Okay, that definitely is a nod to these two tarot cards here. Inner strength is our fears. And it's almost here, I feel like it's kind of a paranoia kind of thing going on. That maybe you are so engrossed in what you're unhappy about, it's not giving you the clear vision that you need to be the problem solver that you need to be for yourself. Take your eyes off of yourself and look at the big picture so that you have the clarity to be open to doing something different. Worrying that someone is against you, you're putting that on your partner, and this may not be a relationship, like a romantic relationship. This could be a business partner for some of you. It could be another relationship in your life, like a friendship. But there's something going on in the relationship where you are being your own worst enemy and you're not helping things. And you need to have that epiphany today where you see what you're contributing to this, and so that you can fix your part of the problem and then have the great outcome that you've been looking for, the happiness and well-being. If you are suffering from depression and anxiety, it's okay to talk to someone. You know, that is that is so important to do for our mental health, for our relationships. I mean, not just for us, but for the people around us. If you're spiraling out of control, if you're struggling with a problem or an issue in your life, this is the time for you to get some help and save yourself before it's too late. That's going to be an important message for someone. I hope this is your sign that you pick up the phone or reach out to a friend and really turn this around before things get really ugly. Because happiness and well-being are on the table too. And I love that this is the last card of our reading. It's so important to focus on the good things in life and know that there is a happy ending here. But you have to also be the one to save yourself. You know, at the end of the day, it's on us. Our happiness is on us. We can't look to other people for it. We have to cultivate it, and we have to realize that our path, we're in the driver's seat. Don't rely on other people to make you happy. You can't. You have to find the happiness within yourself. Okay, guys, a little bit of a tough reading today, but sometimes we need to have those. If you've made it this far in the reading, I hope you'll hit the like button and leave a comment for me. If you're new to the channel, remember, ring that bell and hit the notification bell also, so that you will get notified every time I post a reading. I try to post these daily. And I'm thinking about adding some new videos here too, right? Maybe some zodiac readings. I love to do those. But listen, it's Wednesday, June 12th, as of this filming or video, but you will see it when it's meant for you. That's divine timing. So pay attention to what's going on around you. I hope you see things clearly today, and I hope you have a beautiful Wednesday. I'm sending you joy, love, health, and wealth. Bye-bye.